Well, I'm back. Your boy just turned 21. Shout out to me. But let's talk Jack Della Maddalena versus Islam Makhachev. It's very far in between we get matchups like this. With so much on the line, with so much meaningful things on the line. You got Jack Della Maddalena. He's chasing his own legacy right now. He's on a crazy fight win streak. He's trying to take out the greats. You got Islam Makhachev really pushing for a level that people rarely reach. I'm ready to call Islam Makhachev the greatest to ever lace him up if he becomes double champion. Seriously. Well, that's a video for another day, but I mean, we got JDM versus Islam Makhachev. Insanity. And I'd be lying if I'm not all the way bought into the storyline. I'll be lying if I said I didn't want Jack Della Maddalena to pull this off, get it back for Volk. I'd be lying if I didn't want to say Craig Jones 3 times is the charm. We're going to go through, we're just going to break down this fight. We're going to talk about who I think wins at the very end and the path of victory for both guys. Obviously, Jack Della Maddalena, right? What's everybody saying? You look at the Dustin Poirier fight, you look at the Volkanovski fight, you blend the two. He got Craig Jones, he got Volk in his corner that's going to help him, who know Islam Makhachev better than anybody else in the UFC that Islam has ever fought. You got Dustin Poirier, a boxer, but he's slower than Jack Della Maddalena. He's a little smaller than Jack Della Maddalena. Not in his prime anymore. And yeah, he has success against Islam, but I think people blow it out of the water. Dustin Poirier is my favorite fighter of all time. He's my favorite fighter of all time. Represents the state well. I think people blow his success out of proportion because there's an argument he didn't win a round. People give him the 4th, but there's an argument that he lost that round as well, and he ultimately got finished. We saw Volkanovski fight the perfect fight if you were to fight Islam Makhachev, and he lost, right? But going up to 170, Makhachev looking like a freak. This is great because I'm looking at Jack Della Maddalena, and we saw the way that he fought Belal Muhammad. How did he defend the takedowns? His hands are low. He's ready to dig underhooks, or he'll go high. He'll duck all the way down into it, meet you in the head, damn near headbutt you if that's what it takes. He's not trying to headbutt guys, but that's what he does. He gets low. That obviously leaves you open for the striking. Now against somebody like Belal Muhammad, it is what it is. Jack Della Maddalena, he's a tough guy, but it's different. Islam Makhachev is a different type of striker, and I'm talking about as soon as this fight was announced, I'm like, let's go, bro. JDM, we're tasting gold status. JDM, get it back for Volk. I love the storyline. I love it all. I loved Islam Makhachev pushing for greatness. I love that. I wish Marab would do that. I wish Pantoja would do that. I love that. I'm looking at Jack Della Maddalena. When I compare him to that Dustin Poirier, everything he throws is heavy. He needs to plant his feet. He talked about this himself. And he said he could never let his feet get planted. He could never sit down on his shots because the moment he did, and he maybe missed the punch, Islam Makhachev is in on the legs. And Islam Makhachev's wrestling out in the open isn't the greatest. It's still good, but it's nowhere near what it is on the fence. And it's nowhere near, oh my gosh, I can't let him touch me. But the thing about it is, Islam's so good on the feet to where, and his takedown is so fast, it does get so deep to where he does get in deep on these shots, these single legs. And they don't have to land for them to affect his opponent, like Dustin not being able to set his feet. The thing about JDM is he's much lighter on his feet than Dustin Poirier, right? He's touching to where he might throw these 5-punch combinations where the first 2 are just to touch you, and the 3rd and the 4th are the ones who are really going to hurt you, right? And he does a great job, as we saw in that Belal Muhammad fight. He did a great job of utilizing every moment on the feet to do something, to be meaningful. Whenever he did make Belal fail a takedown, or he did get up to his feet, and he knew that, damn, that wrestler just took me down, and there's nothing more demoralizing than when a wrestler takes you down, he can't hold you there, and you get right back up, and then he turns the pressure on. That's tough. That's very, very tough to deal with. Jack Della Maddalena, great boxing forward, great boxing backwards. Islam Makhachev, he's so hard to hit. He's one of the best defensive strikers on the planet. Don't believe me? He's fought great strikers. He's fought Alexander Volkanovski, where I said Alexander Volkanovski damn near fought the perfect fight, but he couldn't touch him. Alexander Volkanovski was mainly touching him with those leg kicks. JDM does throw great leg kicks. That also separates him from Dustin Poirier. JDM, nasty teep kicks, nasty low kicks. Will throw the high kick from time to time. But I'm looking at Islam Makhachev so hard to hit. He's so okay with being patient. He's so okay with, if he has to be, being low volume. He outboxed Dustin Poirier. He did. It's hard to hit him. He's hard to hit upstairs to where you have to attack him with the legs. And the thing about Islam is he will lean away from the strikes. His legs are open. His body is open. But you throw too many kicks, Islam's going to catch one. We know Jack Dilla Maddalena. Another thing, we could compare him to Volk, right? They got Craig Jones in their corner. Good takedown defense from Volk. He still got taken down. Very impressive from Islam. JDM does not have as good as takedown defense, but he scrambles more. Volkanovski did not scramble much in that fight. Actually, he let Islam Makhachev get some very advantageous positions. He stayed safe in those disadvantageous positions for him, but Islam still had your back, right? And Islam was banking rounds like that, getting in those positions. You understand what I'm saying? Islam also at 155. Yes, he was the bigger man than Volkanovski, but I hate the fact that they say he just beats 45ers, because at that time, Volkanovski was the #1 pound for pound in the world. Alexander Volkanovski was the best fighter in the world. Alexander Volkanovski was already one of the greatest fighters in the world, and he has done nothing but gotten greater after the Islam Makhachev lost. Actually recapturing his belt at 45. You see who he's losing to. He lost to Islam. He lost to Ilia Topuria. Two of the all-time greats. So I hate when we discredit those wins. Now, the second win, you can put an asterisk, but at the end of the day, you step in the cage, whatever happens in the cage, happens in the cage. But I'm understanding of the asterisk. But let me not stray away. JDM, he will scramble more. I think Islam Makhachev is the best in the world at finishing scrambling positions. You got 25 minutes, and JDM's going to be doing a whole lot of scrambling. Dustin Poirier did a whole lot of scrambling, and he eventually got caught. He eventually catches these guys, and he's so strong, and he's so quick, and he's so comfortable in these positions. You go to your knees, I'm getting that darce. You go to your back, I'm threatening submissions at all time. I'm not letting you rest. I'm looking to finish at all times, and I'm looking to see what you're going to give me. I'm going to threaten with the arm triangle and make you turn in me so I can go darce. I'm going to threaten with that. I'm going to threaten so many different positions. He's finishing arm triangles from top mount. He's finishing darce chokes where he grabs the wrist. He doesn't even grab under. He grabs his wrist, and he's choking the shit out of guys. He's making guys. It's a ridiculous amount of power that he has, and he's done nothing but gotten bigger. He's gonna keep that speed. He's still gonna have speed. Don't get it fucked up. It is 15 pounds, but he's got nothing but bigger. And naturally, Islam Makhachev, Dustin Poirier said this, was holding himself back. Islam Makhachev could have been at 170. Islam Makhachev's going to recover better. He's already talked about he's going to recover better in these fights, and it's going to help his cardio. He's going to be more durable. And I think this is truly a coin flip. I think either guy can win. And I think this is one of those fights where it's so high level that even if one gets finished, you tip your hat to the guy that got finished. What? Damn, that's a damn good fight you fought. Because you look at JDM with the volume and the pressure and Islam being on the back foot, he is hard to catch. He's hard to catch. But if you're going to be circling around on the back foot and JDM's coming forward, he's going to set traps. He's going to find angles. He's just going to do it. He's going to threaten those knees up the middle where he cut Bilal. He's going to throw those teeps. He's going to be threatening you a lot. But if Islam's getting takedowns or even just creating scrambles where you, any mistake, you're getting darce choked. You're finding yourself in an arm triangle. He's grabbing a Kimura. And JDM's takedown defense looked so well against Bilal Muhammad, and we know Team Habib. Everybody gives Craig Jones a lot of credit, and he deserves it. Team Habib needs a lot of credit for their game planning as well. Bilal did something in that fight against JDM that he didn't do enough of. Bilal threw a head kick when JDM dipped. That would be a game changer if Islam Makhachev did that. And I say this because Islam Makhachev made an adjustment in that second Volk fight. It wasn't a fully it was a compromised Volkanovski that he fought. That's true. But just listen to me real quick. First fight, very close. On the feet. Second fight, not. Just understanding it was the techniques. Islam approached that second fight much, much, much more different. He was spamming kicks. He realized we're in open stance. This is an adjustment I can make. He's spamming kicks in open stance. To the body, to the head, to the body, to the head. And eventually caught him with a head kick because of that open stance, and Volkanovski doesn't defend head kicks well. Where if Jack Dilla Maddalena's hands are low, already looking to dig underhooks, or he's going like this and he's dipping, even if he's blocking, we're rattling the shit out of him. We're throwing head kicks. I'm saying weird. I kind of want JDM to win. But if I'm Islam, I'm rattling the shit out of his head with the head kicks. I'm keeping it going. It's kind of how, this is a boxing, but it's kind of how Ian Machado Gary said he threw a lot of head kicks just to keep Carlos Protes's hands busy. Just to keep his hands busy, just so Carlos Protes couldn't get his Muay Thai off, couldn't get his boxing going. And it worked. He neutralized the hands, the dangerous hands of Carlos Protes, but he did it to do the striking. Islam Makhachev can neutralize JDM's hands. Whenever you see those tendencies of him doing this, getting ready to brace, feint a takedown, come high with the head kick. Throw the body kicks. You have to attack him high, not with his punches. His head movement's too good. He's slipping, he's ripping. And then when you miss a punch, he's going to make you pay. He's going to make you eat 3. So, and if he has to take one, he'll take one to give 4 or 5. It's dangerous. This is dangerous, and I love him. I love him for that. I love Jack Dilla Maddalena, but I'm looking at Islam. If he can keep your hands busy to where now you can't keep them low, and he's picking up on the tendencies when you're about to dip into him, and he's keeping those hands busy, that's just going to make the legs more open. And Islam's already hard to hit. Islam is a good wrestler. JDM's fine going forward, fine going backwards, fine picking his spots to rest. And the thing about it is 25 minutes. It's all about if JDM can discourage Islam from grappling the way he did with Bilal Muhammad. The problem is Islam Makhachev is built different. He'll never get discouraged from shooting his takedown and playing his game. He'll never get discouraged from it. Never. Even when he was dog shit tired. And yeah, there was a little panic in there. He shot on Volk late in that fight. He ended up on bottom, but he still shot. You're not gonna discourage him from shooting. JDM's is almost like you have to break Islam Makhachev. You can't break Islam Makhachev. You can't break Jack Dilla Maddalena. That's what makes this fight so great. That's what makes this one of the highest level fights that we've ever seen in this division and in the UFC. But when I look at it, Islam is not going to go takedownless, and he's not going to stop shooting. Islam is a much, much better striker than Bilal offensively and defensively, and he's going to use. I think he utilizes his kicks. I think he throws the kicks high. I think he keeps Jack's hands busy, makes him have to keep his hands up, or he's going to get caught with a head kick. I think he's going to shoot. I think Jack's going to start scrambling because Bilal's not that big of a submission threat. It's a completely different submission threat as well. I think Islam Makhachev has more ways to win. I think Islam Makhachev is going to shoot. He's going to make Jack scramble. I think he's going to shoot just to make Jack scramble. Because when Jack scrambles, he's turning into, he's kind of unpredictable. He's getting issues. You never really know. But Jack, one thing about Jack, he will not accept the position. He's not going to accept the position. He's going to try to move. He's going to try to work. And that's what Islam wants. Islam doesn't want to just wet blanket you and lay on top of you. He wants you to work. He wants you to scramble. Because that's when his game opens. I'm taking Islam Makhachev by 4th round Darce choke. But oh boy, do I want to be wrong. I love seeing greatness. I love both of these fighters so much. And I love seeing greatness, and I love seeing people challenge for their GOAT spot. And honestly, if I knew this was the fight that was going to make everybody give Islam the props and really, really, really call him the GOAT, then I wouldn't care. But Volk is one of my favorite fighters of all time. Dustin Poirier is one of my favorite fighters of all time. Charles Oliveira, that's like my top 3 right there. And I watched this guy destroy him. Kind of like how I'm watching Ilia Topuria destroy him. If JDM can be the guy who's still so underrated, he's +2 something in the eyes. He's still so underrated. People don't respect him as a champion. If I can watch JDM chase his greatness, beat Islam Makhachev, that'd be insane. I'm going to be a true fan here. I'm not going to place any bets on this fight. I'm going to be a true fan. I'm not really convinced that it goes to distance either way, with either man winning. So, like, comment, subscribe, share. Let me know. I need to know what y'all think. I need y'all to let me know who y'all think win. I'm going with Islam Makhachev. You ain't got to go home with y'all. Get up out of here, man. Yeet.